I have lately become a big fan of Damien Rice's, and his songs, his guitar playing is usually pretty straightforward and basic, but the singing and the vocals and the melodies and the lyrics are just dazzling. So I have I've put together a couple lessons on his tunes. This is one that is new. We've just stumbled onto this at YouTube. It's called Wild and Free. There are a couple of live performances of doing it. And I'll give you a couple of hints about what's going on here, but I do have a complete lesson on it at TotallyGuitars. He does this capo at the 5th fret using chords out of the key of E. Now, then every chord is modified a little bit to leave the first, most times the first and second strings left open, although on a C sharp minor he only leaves the first string open. So none of these are played as bar chords, which is what's normal in the key of E. So the normal bar chords and the normal chords in the key of E would be E, F sharp minor, barred at the 2nd fret, shaped like an E minor, G sharp minor, barred at the 4th fret, the same shape, A, played as a standard A shape, B, barred at the 2nd, played like in an A shape, and C sharp minor, barred at the 4th, using an A minor shape. Now, the capo, of course, takes us out of the key of E, but when you use a capo, you're thinking in a relative key. So we're thinking in the key of the shapes we're playing. We're thinking in the key of E. The capo, though, at the 5th, actually puts us in the key of A 4th higher than E, or 5 frets higher than E. Now, the key to playing these chords, though, and leaving the 1st and 2nd strings open, is those barred chords, especially the minor chords, that would be played at the 2nd fret and the 4th fret. You need the notes on the bottom 4 strings, the 6th, 5th, 4th, and 3rd strings, the same as they would have been had you barred it. So, to get this to work, what you have to do is either play the 6th string and the 3rd string with your 1st and 2nd fingers, and then the 4th and 5th strings with your 3rd and 4th to get the chord that we need. Now, this is not really an F sharp minor chord anymore, but we're not going to go into the whole what we're going to call all these chords because of the droningness of the 2 open strings. But the way he plays these, as do many people, is using his thumb to play the 6th string. So he's got his thumb wrapped around the 6th string playing the 2nd fret, then his 1st finger on the 3rd string at the 2nd fret, and 3rd and 4th fingers on the 4th fret, the 5th and 4th strings. And that's how he gets this neat sound in most of these chords, by leaving those notes open. Anyway, if you'd like to see more about this, come check us out at TotallyGuitars. The lesson on Wild and Free is up now, part of the Target program there. We also have a lot of free lessons, and all of those lessons are also available here at our YouTube channel, TG Free Lessons. But the short lesson on how Damien Rice played Wild and Free is up and available now at TotallyGuitars.